Hello! In this video, we'll go over how to use evaluation sets to test your agent. If you want to reproduce the steps in this demo, you can use the agent built in the How to Configure Escalations for Agents course, and use the chapter's functionality of the video player to skip to the Configure Evaluation Sets chapter. If you don't have the agent, you can import it, as it's provided in the lesson, and follow along the next steps to complete the configuration. We'll start by importing the agent provided in the lesson. When you open it, you'll see a familiar project, as this agent was built in the How to Configure Escalations for Agents course. This agent receives a message from the user and then uses a CSV file for context grounding to identify the correct support group for the issue reported by the user. This agent also includes an action app as the escalation step when it cannot identify a support group. Before we move on to the evaluators, let's finish up the configuration. First, click on the action app and set your email address as the escalation recipient. Second, you need to add the CSV file, used to identify the correct support group, for context grounding. To do that, let's go to Orchestrator. Here, create a new storage bucket and name it Support Groups. Then upload the CSV provided in the lesson. For the robot to use it, you need to set up an index. Navigate to the Indexes tab, add an index, give it the same name as the bucket, and choose Storage Bucket as the data source. Select the Orchestrator folder in which you created the bucket, and then select the Support Group Storage Bucket. Additionally, you can restrict the file type, but there's no immediate need for that now. After clicking on Save, pause this video until the index syncs with the storage bucket. This process takes a few seconds. Once successful, return to the agent and add the context you just set up. Now, the agent has everything it needs to run. Let's move on to the evaluation. Inside the evaluations.txt file, you'll find several inputs with the expected outputs, which you'll use in a second. Let's test the agent to see if it runs correctly. Use the first input from the txt file, and then let's test to see if you get the same outcome. Upon a successful run, examine the output and compare it to the expected result from the evaluations file. You can also add the input and output from this run to the evaluation set. This is one way to add data to your evaluation set. Now, let's look at the evaluation sets. Inside, you'll find a default evaluation set. By viewing its details, you can see the input and output added just now. Now, add the next evaluation data from the provided evaluation text file and name the entry Teams Channel. Don't forget to add the expected output as well. You can edit the entries at any time. For example, let's call this one Outlook. There are 2 more evaluations left. Let's add the next one. And name it Shared Mailbox. The final evaluation won't contain an actual issue, but will include a user greeting. Since our agent is equipped to respond to these kinds of messages, we'll name this one Greeting. For this demonstration, we'll use the default evaluator that comes with any evaluation set. We'll go in-depth into evaluators in the next video. Let's evaluate this set to see how well this agent performs across multiple inputs, not just a single one. You can pause the video here, as depending on the complexity of your agent and the number of sets, this process can take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes. Clicking on the evaluation shows the overall score that summarizes how well your agent performed across all test cases. The overall score is typically the percentage of test cases that pass the evaluation criteria. You can also click on each individual evaluation to see the input, the expected output, and a detailed comparison between them, including any minor differences. Based on the score, we can confirm that the agent performed exactly as expected. After making changes to the agent, you can come back to retest this specific evaluation set or even create multiple evaluation sets for various scenarios. To create a new evaluation set, simply click Create New. And remember, at any point, you can create a different evaluator or modify the default evaluator, something we'll cover in the next video. That's it for now.